はい、皆さん、こんにちは。Vince です。Hello everyone, this is Vince. 今日の気分はどうだお元気ですか？ Hello everyone, how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling good today? 皆さん、本日ですね、今日ご紹介するのはこちらに表示した漢字です。For today, what I would like to introduce to you is this kanji indicated right here, this kanji. では実はこの漢字についてお話したいと思います。For today, I would like for us to look and talk about this kanji today. 最後まで見てもらえたら嬉しいです。I'll be happy if you will watch until the end. では皆さん、早速始めていきましょう。Very well then, without further ado, let's begin. Minasan, as I have told you, we are now on grade 1 kanji set number 4. This set number 4 is basically 90% of the kanji characters here are related to plants, animals, insects, humans, plants, animals, insects. Generally speaking, 90% of this set number 4. Just like our previous lecture, this kanji here. This is this kanji connotes life or being born. And for today, our kanji here, flower. Well, before we dive into the in-depth details, let's go first. Excuse me. Sumimasen. So before we go into the details, let's go first to this kanji here. Sumimasen. Sorry, I'm clearing my throat. Sorry, minasan. Sumimasen. Moshiwake. Well, let's go first with these strokes. This is basically 7 strokes. 7 strokes for the, and we have 3 kanji radicals here. Okay. First is the grass radical, grass or hemp plant radical, and then this human, and then a spoon. Well, the stroke manner and stroke order is given here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Once again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if you have a kanji practice writing sheet, the order of strokes and the manner is shown here in detail. Shown here. Well, this kanji is primarily referring to flower. Imi meaning flower. And for some Chinese, or rather for Chinese as a whole, in Chinese reading, this is hua. But we're not dealing with Chinese language, we're dealing with Japanese language. So the onyomi reading, which is the China-based reading, is ka, not hua, but ka, onyomi ka, very easy, ka. And unlike the previous episode regarding the umareru seisho kanji, this kanji here is relatively way easier than the last time kanji. And because we only have one onyomi, ka, and one kunyomi, hana. And kunyomi again is the Japanese based reading. And as you can see here, our kunyomi is just a single reading and it doesn't have any okurigana. So very, very easy. The onyomi, no okurigana, and only a single reading, ka. Easy also on kunyomi, only one reading, hana. So we might as well dismiss relatively earlier for this lesson. Okay, very well then. Let's see. Well, this kanji has some radicals, and if you ask me what are the radicals, I've mentioned a while ago the kusa or grass, kusa kanmuri. The kanmuri denotes position. Kanmuri, kusa kanmuri, kanmuri denotes being placed on the top. And we have here nin ben. This is actually nin meaning person, ben meaning in the hen position, nin ben. And here spoon. The one in red font here is spoon. So we have three kanji radicals here or components, and it is being, if you want to decompose or parse it, it is parsed in this way. So actually the essential part here is this, because this one, the grass or hemp plant radical or component is the determining radical here. Well, did I tell you before that here in the bushu section or radical section, the one written in green font is the radical is most closely related to the original meaning. Just like here, the kusa or grass or hemp plant radical was colored in green, so it gives you a hint that this radical here among the three is the one closely related or pointing out to the original meaning. And this one here, the ka here is just a it's a person in some forms, and but by default this is spoon, but well, in some etymologies this is person, but for the purpose of our topic today, there are some depictions that it is spoon, as you can see also in its reading or in its purpose. Okay, so anyway, let's have the form explanation. This subject kanji here, ka, it is being composed of this vegetation or grass or vegetation or hemp plant, that radical here, which points out to the original meaning, and the flowers, original meaning, flowers, and this part here, this radical here, gives the sound. Okay, gives sound. Okay, in this subject kanji, well, this plant or grass or vegetation is the meaning component, which hints at the original meaning, flowers. Well, and this part here, this radical here is simply a sound component giving the sound. We already discussed that, the form component, meaning component, sound component. Okay, so let's go now to the meaning. Original meaning, flower. Flower. And well, primary meaning, blossom. Secondary meaning, ikebana, flower arrangement, plant. Okay, so let's go now to vocabulary. How about this?
Hanayome.
Hanayome is a bride. Hanayome, because
Hanayome.
in Middle Age Japan, or actually even at this during these ages or modern times, there are still some bride in Japan that are being given or dressed in flowers, being, if not dressed, given, at least given flowers during a wedding. So hanayome is bride. Hanayome, bride.
花嫁
Well, readings.
花壇
Kadan is
花壇
flower bed. This is a huge type of bed, and it may be actually an oversized bed, because actually this kanji here means a stage or podium. Yeah, this kanji here, dan. And then raka, raka, falling petals. This is actually raku, raku, raku plus ka, raku plus ka. So the first kanji ends in ku, thus giving an effect of doubling. This is a consonant doubler, doubling the letter K on the ka. Raka, raka meaning falling petals. And then
花
the very famous reading for this kanji, hana, kunyomi reading, hana.
花
Hana is flowers. And then
花火
hanabi, we all know that hanabi, that's fireworks. Hanabi, fireworks. Hanabi, hanabi, fireworks.
花火
Okay. Kusa, kusabana. What's this? Kusa?
草花
Sabana, flowering plant.
草花
Actually, minasan, this kanji here, kusa, means grass. Kusabana, a flowering plant.
草花
Probably a plant that looks like or based on a family of grass, but bearing a flower. Okay,
花瓶
kabin,
花瓶
flower vase in your house.
花瓶
It's kabin, flower vase.
花見
Hanami is viewing of flowers, the act of viewing flowers.
花見
The act of viewing flowers. How about tsukimi? Tsukimi is viewing of moon. That is tsukimi, because the tsuki there means moon, and mi means to look or view.
花見
So hana plus mi, hanami, flower viewing. Okay,
花火
hanabi. How about this, minasan? We have a very familiar word here. Ikebana, a very popular Japanese art, just like origami and other Japanese art,
生け花
or bonsai. Bonsai, related also to bonsai. Ikebana is
生け花
a Japanese art that involves flower arrangement. And take note, the ikebana was formed by fukugogo of the stem of ikeru. You get the extracted stem of ikeru, which is an ichidan verb. What is the extracted stem of ikeru? Ikeru, you get the extracted stem of verb, that's ike, plus hana, ike plus hana, ikebana. Okay, because oftentimes minasan, when you do a fukugogo, I mentioned this before, oftentimes but not always, the non-first kanji will be read in its dakten form, and in some cases han-dakten form. But there are a few cases that the non-first kanji need not be transformed to its dakten form. There are cases like that. But here,
生け花
ikebana, so the hana becomes bana in its dakten form, and it is a flower arrangement. How about this?
花粉
Kafun is pollen. Probably, if you have a flower and it has a pollen part, a flower having some pollen,
花粉
the pollen part was treated in this kanji, was actually the pollen part was represented in this fukugogo by using this kanji that denotes dust. dust or powder. Kafun is pollen. About this spark.
火花
Hibana. Hibana is spark. Hibana. Because probably the spark looks like a flower. Okay.
花
Hana, flower. Okay, so we go now to some sentences, minasan, in the interest of time. For others, just screenshot those. So, flowers are always acceptable. Hana wa itsu moratte mo, itsu or no matter the time. Hana wa no matter what the time. Hana wa itsu moratte mo urishii mono da.
花はいつもらっても嬉しいものだ
Okay, monoda means a thing. So moratte means someone is the speaker is accepting a thing. In this case, a flower. Okay, the flowers withered up.
花がしぼんだ
Shibonda. Okay. So for other sentences, minasan, please just screenshot those since we want to save time. Okay. What a beautiful flower. Nante kirei na hana da.
なんて綺麗な花だ
Nante is an interjection expression in Japan that means you're being amazed either in positive or negative way, but you're being amazed or surprised. Nante. Nante kirei na hana da. That is an interjection of being surprised, either in positive or negative way. Sugoi hanabi da.
すごい花火だ
These fireworks are spectacular. Okay, why don't we go and see the cherry blossoms? O hanami ni ikimasen ka? So in Japan, minasan, sometimes the way you exude an inviting sentence to your conversant, you will use the masen form or negative form, and then you add ka, but do not raise the tone, just a level tone for ka, which means you're inviting. This is not necessarily a question, but this is a type of sentence that looks like a question, but actually the tone for ka is not that rising tone but level tone. Ikimasen ka, ikimasen ka. O hanami ni ikimasen ka, or shall we go and see the cherry blossoms?
お花見に行きませんか
So the tone here is like you're inviting someone, or say for some girls that receive flowers. Kirei na hana wo arigato.
綺麗な花をありがとう
Kirei na hana wo arigato. Thank you for the beautiful flowers. So let's go with in Japan, proper nouns are indicated in kanji. So let's go with some names. It's like here.
菜花
Nabana.
花淵
And for other but before we go to these names, I want to show you, minasan, some good points. Okay. This is for your appreciation, minasan, for your appreciation. Because last week I didn't have any videos that I didn't have any lectures shown because I went on a vacation. I want to escape the heat. So if you want to escape the heat during summer, you say hisho suru or hisho. So just like last week, I didn't have any video that presented to you. I didn't have any video presented because I escaped the heat. Went to some places that are cold, and if I will translate it into Japanese, I would say last week 先週に私がモールやデパートなどの避暑地を訪れました。Again, focus on this orange font here. Last week I went to cold places like malls and department stores to escape the heat. 先週に私がモールやデパートなどの避暑地を訪れました。先週に私がモールやデパートなどの避暑地を訪れました。Last week I visited some escape the heat places like malls and department stores. So yeah, this is true. This is true, minasan. And this kanji here means you visited some places, and places like or nado, or stuffs like or places like nado no. Hishochi, or places that you've been that intended for escaping the heat or evading the heat. Otozure, actually the dictionary form for this is otozureru, and it is an ichidan or ru verb, and since it's past tense I would say otozuremashita. Okay, now for better appreciation, minasan, what is ikebana? Ikebana is right here. Ikebana, and take note, when you do ikebana, the flower should not be artificial. The flower should be a living plant, a living flower, because ikeru means living, ikeru means live or living. So when you do ikebana, it should be a non-artificial or a living plant bearing flowers, just like here. This is ikebana. Yeah, ikeru, the root word was ikeru, but you get this stem of ikeru, you drop the root since it is an ichidan or ru verb. So ike plus hana, ikebana, to arrange flowers. Okay, and kafun, our subject kanji for today is here. Kafun show. This is a disease involving, this is hay fever disease, in which you are being allergic to pollens of plants that bear flower. Kafun. First kanji means flower, second kanji means flour, powder dust, third kanji means illness or symptoms of an illness. Kafun show. Okay, minasan, going back to our main topic, this is the last leg, minasan. Okay, so these are just the names. The names here, the readings are written directly below them, written in kana writing, just below, directly below the kanji. So just like here,
hanabuchi.
Minasan, the third kanji here is no. Miya no hana. Okay, minasan, for other kanji here, please just screenshot them. The reading is written in kana form or hiragana. Okay, please just screenshot them. And we have reached the last point of our lesson for today. 今日のレッスンがここまでです。今日の授業がもうここまでです。This is as far as we go, and I thank you for watching until the end. ご覧いただき誠にありがとうございました。Thank you for watching until the end, 皆さん。最後まで見てくれて本当にありがとうございました。高評価ともしこの動画が高評価と、ぜひぜひライクボタンを押してチャンネル登録 よろしくお願いします。If you like this video, please press the like button and subscribe to my channel. では皆さん、また次の動画でお会いしましょう。I'll see you in the next video 皆さん。And please help me grow this channel. ぜひぜひチャンネル登録お願いします。高評価お願いします。Very well 皆さん。Thank you for staying with me until this last part. Bye bye 皆さん。では皆さんありがとう。バイバイ。